All right, shalom, brother. Hey, I wanted to ask you something. You came up earlier and said you watch what group?
Well, I watch all y'all. Like I watch IUIC, I watch Sakari, I watch HOI.
Sakari, HOI, IUIC, ISUPK,
Somewhat, GMS.
and GMS. Okay. Watch this. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14. Read.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men, and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
So let's read it again. Read it again.
Ephesians 4, verse 14.
Come on.
That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro.
The scripture says when we come into manhood, we should not be like children tossed to and fro, right? What's that mean for you?
It means find somewhere and get there.
There you go. You got to find a home, right? So then how do you line up men according to the scriptures? You got to see who's following the scriptures, right?
Exactly.
So what's one of the common discrepancies between IUIC and one of the other groups that you watch?
Sabbath day.
The Sabbath day, right? So how do you determine the Sabbath day? According to what they teach or what you know.
Well, I've actually been trying to go by what I can say that could be solid within me. And that was the new moon. That was the way I was taught the new moon was. And I understand that y'all have a different understanding than what I was taught. Because I initially was following you guys, you know what I'm saying? And something happened. Wasn't that real serious.
So the teaching that you follow is the new moon is based on the Sabbath, right?
Yeah.
I mean the Sabbath is based on the new moon, my bad. The other way around.
Yeah.
Sabbath is based on the new moon. So when is the Sabbath? If it's not today, when is it? When do you keep it?
Well, the new moon would be, I think, tonight at sundown.
So when is the Sabbath? Meaning, let me ask you this. When was the last Sabbath you kept? That's what I'm asking you. The last Sabbath you kept was when?
It was the last new moon, but I don't know exactly what that date was.
So there's no weekly Sabbath?
Yeah. Well, that's another thing with that.
That's what I'm asking you, the weekly Sabbath.
Yeah, I believe in the weekly Sabbath, but I believe that we can't tell exactly what the weekly Sabbath should be coming from the beginning of time till right now. You get what I'm saying?
But you said it's based on the new moon, not the beginning of time. So if you base it on the new moon, when would the Sabbath be? The last one that you kept. Because if you keep it based on the new moon, then you had to keep the Sabbath, right?
Correct.
Or you don't keep it. Which one is it?
I keep the Sabbath.
Okay.
I keep the Sabbath to the best of my ability. From my studies, like I said, I'm trying to get into a camp so I can learn.
Okay. So you remember the question?
Yeah.
When was the last Sabbath you kept?
The last Sabbath I kept was actually last Saturday.
Last Saturday. Okay. So you kept that based on the new moon?
No, but it wasn't. But see, that's the thing because I'm not in a camp.
You see the confusion?
Yeah, but exactly. That's why I'm searching.
One. Right.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure. Go ahead.
Like, how am I to choose? You know what I'm saying? What camp? Like, I'm all about the brotherhood. I'm all about brothers. Like, I don't want to be against none of my brothers, but
right.
I know that me as a man, like, I got to learn from somebody, just like y'all brothers say. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I've heard that speech
right?
before. Exactly.
Some man has to guide me, right?
Exactly. I can't get it on my own. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like the Most High has placed anything into me to be like, look, you know everything. So I'm trying to figure out where I need to go upon, you know what I'm saying, what I'm hearing versus what I'm studying, you know what I'm saying, what I'm learning.
Okay.
I'm getting out of the Christianity. Like, I already know that that's dead. Like,
okay.
That's dead. I know that it's the truth. I just need to know where I need to be at. So
let's read the scripture.
All right.
No, other way.
Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principle of the oracles of God.
Who was Paul speaking to in this instance? When the time you ought to be teachers, you have that one teach you again.
Who was Paul talking to? Paul was talking to
think about it. He had to be teaching somebody that already knew something, right?
Yeah, it was one of the disciples, right?
It was the scribes and Pharisees, the leaders of that time.
Right, okay.
Because they were trying to hold on to the sacrificial law, the old understanding, and not coming to Christ.
Okay.
You understand? They were trying to hold on to the sacrificial law, right?
Okay.
So now, the old understanding, we know, what? Let me say, 10 years ago, we taught that the new moon was based on what? It was the dark moon, right?
Right.
You understand it's the bright moon, right?
Well,
the full moon.
I'm still believing that it's the dark moon.
Okay, so let's.
I spoke with one of the brothers earlier. He gave a little bit of a breakdown of it.
Okay.
And I understand that point.
Let's read Genesis 1. Let's go to the very beginning. Read. Yeah.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 14.
Bring it out.
And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens.
Let there be lights. So now, if we stop right there, right? Could we look up and see a light if it was dark?
Well, yeah.
He said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, right? So would it be dark? The literal light.
No, the light isn't going to be dark. No.
You can't.
Right.
You can't call a light dark, right? Let there be lights in the firmament. Come on.
Of the heavens to divide the day from the night. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
Let them be for signs and for seasons, right? One of those lights was what? The moon, right? Give me Exodus 12 real quick. I wasn't planning on going there.
Bring it out.
Exodus 12, verse 2.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 2.
Watch this.
This month shall be unto you for the beginning of months.
Read verse 1.
Verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying,
This is the Most High speaking to Moses and Aaron, right? Come on.
this month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
So now, what was he talking about? This month should be unto you the beginning of months. What was he pointing at? What was he talking about? Thank you, right? So he had to be able to show them, hey, listen, this one right here is going to be the beginning for you, right? How could they look up and see something that wasn't there?
Bring it out. Well, because they know when it is there because you see the light.
You see the light, right? That means the light had to be there.
Right.
The moon had to be present, right? So it had to be the full moon there for the Most High to show them this is the beginning right here.
But not necessarily, because they had seen the moon prior to that.
No. I'm saying, again, let there be lights. We start from the beginning. It says, let there be light. Y'all with me? Y'all understand it? Yes. When it says, let there be lights, right? If you look up into, like, where's the sun right now? Where's the sun?
Right behind the cloud, yeah.
The sun is a light, right?
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, there's the sun without seeing the sun.
Right.
You can't say, oh, there's the moon without seeing the moon. Right? There has to be a light there. Give me that in Sirach. You got some? Great.
Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 45. Upon the fourth day, thou commandest that the sun should shine, and the moon give her light.
Her what?
Her light.
It says he commanded it. The moon give her light on the fourth day. That's what we read in Genesis, right?
Okay.
So it could not have been dark. So now, that's step number 1. So the new moon is the full moon, right? Okay. Now go back to Genesis 1. Read that again, 14.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons.
Now, let's stop there again. Signs and for seasons. Now, we're reading the curses. It says the curses will be a sign, right?
Right.
So if it's a sign, it has to be visible, right? Right. This sign right here, Person Street, it's visible. If it was covered up in black, what sign would it be? It wouldn't be a sign, right? Yeah, come on.
And for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so.
And it was so real.
And God made 2 great lights.
2 what?
2 great lights.
2 great lights. Lights, brother, come on.
The greater light to rule the day.
What light is that? The greater light to rule the day. The sun, right? Come on.
And the lesser light to the rule of the night.
What's that? The moon, right? Come on.
He made the stars also. And God set the firmament of the heavens to give light upon the earth.
Watch this. Go ahead.
And to rule over the day and over the night. And to divide the lights from the darkness. And God saw that it was good.
Read on. Watch this.
And the evening and the morning were the 4th day.
That was the 4th day, right? Which you just read in Ezra, right? The 4th day he commanded the sun give a light and the moon, right? Now, chapter 2, verse 1.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. And on the 7th day,
on what day?
The 7th day, God ended his work.
So now, how many days from the creation of the moon was the Sabbath?
You know.
What day was the moon created? 4th day. The Sabbath is on what day? So how many days from the moon creation to the Sabbath? 3 days, right? So under the teaching that you understand, right? How could that be biblical if he created the moon on the 4th day and then the Sabbath was 3 days later.
Right.
It should have been the first day, right? The first day of creation, he should have created the moon, and then the 7th day, he should have rested, because that was the Sabbath, right? It's showing you that the literal week, the 7-day week, and the moon cycle is on two different cycles, not on the same cycle. Now, give me Leviticus 23. Leviticus chapter 23. Start at verse 1.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And the Lord.
The reason why we're going over this, oftentimes we're taught, okay, it's on our calendar right now, it's what? September what?
September
9th, 10th, something like that, right? According to the scriptures, right, that's not when our moons start. So he has some semblance of understanding. Our moons don't literally start when the calendar says September 1st. That's not the beginning of the month according to the Bible. So we're given the understanding on what that actually is, all right? Leviticus 23.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts.
Watch this.
6 days shall work be done, but the 7th is the Sabbath of rest.
So now, that's a holy day, right? You got 6 days to work. The 7th is the Sabbath of rest, right? Y'all with me? Go ahead.
And holy convocation, ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord.
It is the Sabbath. So this is a particular Sabbath day, right? Every 7 days. Read on.
In all your dwellings.
Come on.
These are the feasts of the Lord,
Watch this.
even holy convocations, which you shall proclaim in their seasons.
In there what?
In their seasons.
Now, the next high holy days are seasonal. You have one that's every 7 days, and then you have others that are seasonal, right? Like Passover, for example, right? Go ahead.
Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month, and even in the Lord's Passover.
So, the 14th day after the first new moon is the Passover. You agree? Right? You got the new moon, 14 days, and then it's the Passover, right? Give me verse 15.
Verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from tomorrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering.
Now, this is talking about after the Passover, after the completion of Passover. Read on.
7 Sabbaths shall be complete.
Go ahead.
Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall you number 50 days.
So now it says, after 7 Sabbaths shall you number 50 days. So 7 times 7 is what? 49. The next day will be the 50th day, right? Now, a moon cycle is based on how many days? 30.
Well, 29 and a half to 30, yeah.
No, 30.
Okay.
30. Should we show that in Revelation? Let's get it real quick. You know what it is? Revelation what? What is it? Let me look. 11. Revelation 11. Let me look at it. 2. Read.
Revelation 11 verse 2. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy.
Go ahead.
Given to the Gentiles, and
Start it from the top.
okay. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread under foot 40 and 2 months.
It says the holy temple they shall tread 42 months. 42 months, right? Read on.
And I will give
Now the moon determines months, right? So it's 42 months. Go ahead.
And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they prophesy 1,203 score days, clothed in sackcloth.
1,203 score days. A score is 20, right? So this is 1,260 days. Now let's do the math. 1,260, right? Can y'all see that? 1,260 divided by what?
42.
Divided by 42. The 42 months that it mentioned,
The
right?
answer's at the bottom.
Y'all with me?
30 days in a month.
So what's the answer? What's the answer?
30 days.
Huh?
30.
30 days. So the moon cycle is based on every 30 days. Every 30 days you have a new moon, right?
That's right.
You with me? So now let's go back. Let's go back to Leviticus 23.
23 verse
15.
15.
Yeah.
And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be completed.
So now, 7 Sabbaths have to be complete, right? So if you have the new moon, then you got Passover, that's 14 days, or the 15th day of the evening, same thing, right? 15 days after that, you got another new moon, right? So then the moon cycle is starting over.
Right.
Give me a calendar. Give me a calendar. Phone. Hey, give me your calendar, real quick. Show the brother your calendar. Let me look at one. Let me look at one. Let's start. I want to get one easy for reference. Let's start there. That one. That's March of 2018. We're gonna use that calendar. Show them that. So the first day would be what? Let's do it with Passover, right? Passover would be here, right? The 14th day. Let's just hypothetically, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So then the new moon would be what? Up here. So this will be a Sabbath. If we're going off the new moon based on the Sabbath, right? Then the 7th day, that would be a Sabbath.
Okay.
14th day would be a Sabbath. 21st would be a Sabbath. 28th would be a Sabbath, right? Now, the moon cycle is how many days? 30 days, right?
30 days, right.
So then this is a new moon right here, right? The 30th day. So now where would the Sabbath be after this?
Have to count from there, right?
Yeah, but in order to keep Pentecost, you have to count 7 consecutive Sabbaths.
Okay.
Now that's going to throw it off. That's going to throw it 2 days off. You see what I'm saying? So there's no way you can keep Pentecost based on that doctrine.
Right.
It's impossible.
Right.
That's right.
Impossible. Read it again.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. And you shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that you brought the sheep of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Even on the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall you number 50 days.
50 days. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be able to count the days after Passover. You got to count 49 consecutive days, which is 7 Sabbaths. Then the very next day will be Pentecost, right? There's no way you can do that if the new moon dictates the actual 7-day Sabbath. Impossible. You with me? Okay, all praises.
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are Israelites. That's right. Take care of us. And our children too. We have repented. How are you? People want to know who's the king.
O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sound wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.